no flex. Flex, the livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You ain't run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the
Monkey Tuesday. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Go on in, smash the like button. Like the video. Hype the video. Share the video. We are our own algorithm. Let's not leave it up to Miguel and his boyfriend Jerome to do anything for us. We do it for ourselves. Yes, sir. Let's do this roll call. I want to get to this smoke. I gotta get out of here on time. G McCall, son of Tank, Columbia. I rock my brother. Not 86 early in that super chat. He says salute Drew. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute to you, good brother. Appreciate you. Thank you. Todd Swindle, Ern Jordan, Shaolin. What's going on, brother? Benjamin, what's going on? Derek Gaines, the legend. Big Joe Townsend in the building. Beezy, what up? Eric Myers, Noah Gilbert, good to see you. Jamal Davies, Phenomenal Mexican, what's going on? BBO, Unique Dawn, what's going on? All right, man, let's get to this, man. I don't, all right, look, man. So the kid's a liar. He's not retiring. I have reasonable cause of belief that it's because he didn't get that farewell paycheck from Jake Paul, courtesy of his own actions. Jay Williamson, salute. Jason Williamson, salute. Jason Williams, salute. That's his fault. So he's not retiring. But if Tank has all this money, Coach Hudson in the building, salute, man. How you, brother? Yes, sir. So if this degenerate, because that's what he is, Stormy in the building, salute. Because that's what he is. He's a degenerate. That's what he is. It's proven. There's no discussion. He's a degenerate. Look up the term degenerate and then look at his behavior. That's what he is. And he's an underachiever by choice. I am beyond arguing over his boxing record. It falls short. He had nothing but space and opportunity to achieve greatness, and by way of his own choices, he did not. He had an opportunity to get a $40 million payday. Prince Savage, salute. The $40 million payday. And ride off into the sunset because he said he wanted to retire and get therapy and get all the anger out of him and raise his daughters. And that's what he said. And he found the way to mess that up. Nobody did that but him. So now, with that being said, he's not retiring. And he's coming back and he's out loud about it on his social media. And he says, once my knee get better, didn't know his knee was hurting. Once my knee get better, knee pad boys. Wonder why his knee hurts, but I'm not wondering. I don't even want to imagine. Well, once my knee gets better, Tony, what up? I'm coming after you, Eastside Cruz. Excuse me? Eastside Cruz. Now, this is what I mean by Tank making you fanatics of his, makes y'all look stupid with every tweet, with every decision. Philip D. Redden in the building, salute. He makes y'all look so stupid When you justify everything he does, and then he does something so crazy. At this point, a Tank fan. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Phenomenal Mexican. That's exactly what he did. Dow Big G, what up? Any Tank fan that is on their platform or in chats talking about, hey man, I understand the Cruz rematch. You're lying to yourself and you're bad for boxing. You're lying to yourself and you're horrible for boxing. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. I mean, where do I begin? Wasn't 140 too big? Isak is at 140. Wasn't 140 too big? What's he going to do? Weight drain him? Come down to 137. Meet me there. And what do his fans say? Well, Tank's really a small guy. But he's in the gym knocking out light heavyweights. Heard them say that. Heard them say that. But he's a small guy. He was about to fight Jake Paul, a heavyweight. And I don't care what he says, oh, well, Jake Paul really couldn't make the weight or whatever. Did he make you walk into that club like Blade about to fight a bunch of vampires, about a bunch of bloodsuckers, and go upside that girl head for our sniper salute? Did he make you do that? No, you messed that up. 225 boxing, salute. You messed that up. Jake ain't make you do that. And the women that work with him say, no, I'm not comfortable working on the CD. What up? I'm not working on no card with this guy. He said, hey, we got to get out of there. Manda Matsumusa, my brother. He said, man, nah, we got to get out. No, I can't do this now. Call AJ. And by the way, sidebar, Jake Paul fighting AJ with him not being a real boxer and having his jaw broken 3 different places is more ballsy than anything Tank has ever done in his career. Where's the lie? That fight ended exactly how we knew it was going to end. Granted, there was no shenanigans. That fight ended exactly how we knew. It ended exactly how we knew it was going to end. And he paid the price. Well, AJ paid the price. I saw those taxes, but that's something else. How you gonna let Jake Paul show more testicular fortitude than you? And you the pro. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. So now you're not retiring. And your fanatics are gonna say, hey man, you know, it's a bigger fight with Isak Cruz. No, it's not. You know why? He beat Cruz with one fucking hand. Des, what up? He beat Cruz with one hand. He outboxed him. But you know what Tank did? Tank did to Isak something similar to what Floyd Mayweather did for Canelo Alvarez. He said, a new star is born. Man, I like Isak Cruz. Vince, what up? I like Isak Cruz. I like his story. He was on the brink of starvation. He's feeding his family ramen noodles, and now he's feeding them steak. I like his story, but when we're just talking boxing, Donnie Prince, salute. When we're talking boxing, Isak Cruz is a one-trick pony. We've seen him lose. We've seen him what gives him trouble. El Rayo outboxed him beautifully. Tank outboxed him beautifully. Tank won that. Why is he running it back? Why? Why? For what? For what? Why is he running that back? You know what his fans are going to say? Oh, because it's the money. It's the machismo. It's the Mexican audience. Okay, so you're going to just undermine the black dollar? All you bliggity blacks that told us, hey, man, leave Tank alone. Let him get his Jake Paul money. You black, right? Isn't that what Mixoplex 7 told me? This is what he tried to tell me on BF show. You black, right? You black, right? Right. Right. You ask them same blickety blacks. You ask them, hey man, he beat Lamont Roach. Young Abel, salute. He beat Lamont Roach. He beat Isak Cruz. He beat him with one hand. As exciting as Isak can be, he's a one-trick pony. And Tank beat him. He beat him. So why do you want to come out of your situations, your knee injury and all this other nonsense to get into the ring with a guy you beat already, but the guy that fought you to a draw, you don't want to do it? And guess what else? Both of those guys, Cruz and Roach, are fighting at what? 140. Steve L, Chaz Bleak, salute. They're fighting at 140, which is what your fans said was too big. What changed? Tank fans are the worst fans on planet Earth. Look, Packtards actually made sense. AJ fans actually made sense. They were just homosexual, and they were just, it was a lot of tribalism there, but they were just homosexuals, and they didn't want to see AJ get beat up. MJ, what up? Rashad, what up? Oh, yeah, I got you, Rashad. There's a lot of that going on. A whole lot of that. Where's that? I have it here somewhere. I got you, brother. Hold on. Huh.
You fool-ass earth man.
These guys, they celebrate him for doing nothing. I mean, really think about it. You ask them, what is his career-defining fights? Perfect Black, salute. They say Pedraza. But didn't he complain about that? Isaiah, what up? Didn't he complain about that? Didn't he say that fight was a setup? They trying to set me up? No. He's in your way. Beat him, and he did. And then you ask a Tank fan, who else? They pull Ryan Garcia out their ass because they really want to pull him out their ass. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Egalitarian, salute. St. Louis Mix in the building. And then when I point out, hey, man, he did drain Ryan. I don't like him. He done called Ryan a cheater. And I said, okay, if he's a cheater, do what you do. And he did it. Had a mole in his camp. That Mongolian kid, Cindy, beat him up in sparring and bust up his ribs. And how did he win? Via body shot. Ryan, are you okay? Remember that? He had people in his camp to the degree where he told them, hey, man, Ryan didn't eat breakfast that morning. And told him that during the ceremonial stare down, the ceremonial weigh-in. Remember that? Remember B-Hop had allegedly had some something on his hand? And they told Tank, watch out, don't let B-Hop touch you. He got some shit on his hand that can get into your skin and make you pop dirty. Y'all remember something called cream in the clear? Do your homework. He might have had that. He may have had that. That's why Tank was like, don't touch me. Niggas was like, yo, why are you touching him? Yo, I ain't want them to fall off the stage. They were nowhere near the edge of the stage, man. And why are you trying to touch Tank and not what do you care if Tank falls off the stage? Ryan was standing right in front of Tank. You should be more worried about your product, not the opposition. You see that? Y'all forgot about that, right? Y'all forgot about that. I mentioned it on my airwaves. Nah, don't let B-Hop touch you. B-Hop be on some bullshit. Jose, what up, brother? That's right, Barry Bombs. Y'all don't remember something called cream in the clear? Look it up. Look it up. Shane Mosley knows about it. Victor Conti knew about it. Uh-oh. Yeah. Sidebar. I did a live stream when Snack really blew up, and I learned that Victor Conti, that was involved with Balco and actually was tried and convicted and all this other stuff. Remember I did a live stream years ago and I said, y'all sure y'all want this guy in boxing? And everybody told me to shut up. You know why? Oh, if he was working with Deontay, you wouldn't say anything. Leave him alone. He's paid his debt to society. This be British assholes talking about that. I'm like, yeah, but Balco and da-da-da-da-da. Oh, you just a Deontay dick rider. Dick rider. Okay. All right. I ain't gonna say, okay, so Snack is good. That's what y'all said. I said, all right. I ain't gonna say anything else about it. And I didn't. He had a bunch of boxers over there. He had a bunch of other athletes over there. I said, okay, I guess Snack is good. All right, fine. Left it alone. But as soon as Bud and Devin get over there, it was the worst thing in the world. It's the worst thing in the world now, but never mind the fact that Bam Rodriguez is over there, Caleb Plant's over there, Boo Andre's over there, and David Benavidez is over there. And Shakur Stevens is over there. But y'all want to talk to me about Victor Conti and Snack, right? Shut up, man. Shut up. You guys cross yourself out. You know, listening to you fair-weathered fans, it's like, you ever been on the court playing ball with somebody and they try and do a move through the legs and the ball hit the back of their heel and it rolled out of bounds? That's y'all. Say, bro, why are you even trying to showboat? Why are you doing that? It's out of bounds now. We trying to win. You doing this. That's y'all. So now Tank, he's talking about Eastside Cruz. And I know, I don't even know, because I don't go to these niggas' pages. I can only imagine what the D-blowers are saying. Yeah, dog, I think this is a good fight, dog. Yeah, man. Yeah, Texas, man. Dallas, man. Yeah, you know, man. Come on, man. This is a good fight for Tank, man. You know, Eastside Cruz and Mexican audience, man. Yeah, man. The Muggsy Bogues of boxing. Boy, if you don't sit your Arab-looking ass down somewhere, you smut. I like the Eastside Cruz fight, man. Come on, man. Man, shut up, bro. Shut up. He beat Isak. The guy he didn't beat is sitting right there. Is he too big now at 140? You know, the fight that y'all niggas said that Tank couldn't make, the weight that he couldn't make? Y'all said that. So what are you gonna do? He's gonna try and drain Isak back to 135? If you're cool with Tank draining his opponents, I don't ever want to hear y'all call anybody a weight bully. You can't do it. What's a weight bully? Devin's a weight bully. Can I ask y'all a question? When does he miss weight? Uh-oh. How many times has Tank missed weight? Wow. How many times Shakur missed weight? Wow. Rest my case. If you make the weight, you're not a weight bully. You're not. But you asked Eric Jordan, salute. But you ask anybody who's Tank's head coach now? It's not Cal. Who's the other brother? I forget his name. But I have a video. I meant to get it, but I put it somewhere. I can't find it. I'm gonna find it. When it was leading up to the Lamont Roach fight, they said, granted, he gets past Lamont Roach, what would you like to see Tank do next? He said, I like to see Tank fight a Nui. A Nui? Isn't Nui like 126 pounds? Tank is 135, but weight bully, right? And y'all would be cool with that. You know what y'all would say? Well, if a Nui gets in there, he could make the weight. but weight bully though. And Tank too small though, right? Well, why wait? Young Abel in that super chat, he says Muggsy Bogues did block Patrick Ewing's shot. Sorry, Knicks fans. Yeah, that's a cheap shot, bro. That's funny as hell. Why wait? Every fighter you see on here didn't fight at one weight class through their entire career. A lot of Tank fans, they can't even name it. This is easy. They can't even name everybody on here, though. But this is easy right here. If you don't know everybody on this page, you don't know boxing at all. So I kept it simple because there's a few guys I could have put up there. But does anybody know who that is in the middle in black and white? Anybody? Anybody? I know Stormy know. You don't count. Don't say anything. And I know Coach Hudson knows. I know Jose may know. You know, but who's that guy in the middle right there in black and white? Who's that? Y'all know? I'm going to tell y'all anyway, but you know. Y'all know who that is? Because that man removes all the goddamn excuses. Y'all should know everybody. Thank you, Dion. Next up, Hammer and Hank. Henry Armstrong. Now, here's why this is so important. Hank Armstrong, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he held the featherweight, the lightweight, and welterweight championship. But here's the thing. He held them simultaneously. He didn't win the lightweight and then move on and go up and stay there. He held all three simultaneously and defended them. Let that sink in. He was all of 5'5" and about 140 pounds. And he went, if I'm not mistaken, he went as high as middleweight. But I know he held the featherweight, lightweight, and welterweight at the same time. Look it up. Henry Armstrong. Now, I know what y'all might say. Oh, well, that was back then. Bullshit. Look up Sugar Ray Robinson's career. He had fights in the same week. So when we say these new kids, some of these new kids, they can't even fathom this shit. When we say things like, hey, man, you know, Bud is a throwback fighter. Y'all don't even know what that means when we say shit like that. Bud don't have no bad habits. He stays in the gym. There's nothing super duper flashy about him. He's basics, but he's excelled and mastered the basics. And he's taking care of his body. Something that we see Devin do. That's what I was talking about yesterday, him passing the torch. This is what I'm saying. Devin doesn't show up to the gym with an entourage and be drunk with Adrian Broner or partying the night before. Now let me disarm that argument. AB said we was partying the night before. We flew in on a jet and Tank got in the ring with a 16-year-old Devin Haney, and Devin whooped his ass. Y'all didn't hear what I just said? That's how you know Devin whooped his ass, because AB made an excuse and it went right over your damn head, didn't it? Partying the night before, flew in on a red eye, laced it up and fought the kid. Devin whooped his ass, and why? Why? Because he was drunk? Okay, well, they're both pros now. What happened to the fight? Because he knew. Because Tank knew Devin would whoop his ass. You disagree? Make the fight. Uh-oh. Tay, good morning. Uh-oh. You disagree? Make the fight. And then that's where the drama began. There was more money in arguing over these guys not fighting than there was in them actually making the fight. And Tank was the A-side in every direction. This kid's a duck. Right now, he's trying to fight Eastside Cruz, a man he beat already, instead of the man he fought to a draw. You ask any Tank fan, who wins in a rematch, Tank or Lamar? Tank! All right, so fight him next. He ain't got to do nothing. Isn't that what that motherfucker told me? He ain't got to do nothing. Okay. He's done nothing. All we want is the fight. He's supposed to be this master killer. Okay, Gordon Liu, show me. Show me. Main biker, salute. Waffles, what up? Show me. That's all I asked. Show me. And he hasn't done anything. Tiafimo, Shakur, Devin, Cambosis. He hasn't done anything. Saddam Hussein, salute. He hasn't done any of that. And all I've heard was excuses as to how you the A side, but it's everyone else's fault that you can't fight them. Man, we're beyond that bullshit. You blew the Jake Paul money. Now you have to fight. I don't know if you got financial issues or whatever, because you leave it to Tank fans. He got $100 million in the bank and he ain't got to do nothing. And all we're asking for is show and prove, and y'all justify him not doing anything. Why y'all cool with him fighting Eastside Cruz? He beat him already. And there's not more money in it. Guess what? Did I hear this correctly? Y'all in the chat, because I don't know everything. Is it true that Cruz versus Roach only did 66,000 buys or something like that? Is that true? Do I have that fucked up? Let me know. Y'all know I'm not a numbers guy. Is that true? Because my next question is, by today's standards, is that a good pay-per-view? Or views or buys? What was that the number? Was that how many eyes was on it? Was that how many eyes was on it? 66K? Is that number? Does that ring a bell? Did I hear that right? I could be wrong. I don't know. 88 says that's what I heard. 66,000? Devin, who quote unquote don't sell, he's clearly done more than that. But he's Mexican. I thought they'd knock down the doors when they, listen, man, it don't matter because Tank he's the draw, right? What happened after Ryan Garcia got knocked out by Tank? He fought Oscar Duarte. My brother Rod Neal was in Houston at the Toyota Center. I asked him, how is it looking? He said half the Toyota Center was shut down. And I don't even know if it was a sellout. And it wasn't on pay-per-view. So Ryan Garcia, Dil Spoolie, what up? Ryan Garcia is not even the draw that people say he is. Because if he was on his own and doing big numbers, they'd have had to open up the Toyota Center. Tank is the name. He's the name. He barely needs a dance partner, but you put him in there with someone who could possibly beat him, that's more intrigue. Yes or no? So don't give me this, a Mexican versus a black American that's going to sell better. No, it's not. It's been proven. Louis Hand, salute. It's been proven. Stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. Go and get that Lamont Roach work. It will be more respected. But he don't give a shit about who respects him. He's about his money. He said that, right? I'm not like other fighters. I'm about my money. I just want to get my money and go home, and that's it. Baltimore. And y'all like this guy? Literally telling y'all soft and cussing y'all out. Yo, Tank, man, we love you. We fucks with you. Y'all soft. Fuck y'all. Yo, Tank, the game is so lame without you. We need you, Brody. Fuck y'all. This is what he's saying. this nigga gets on his live stream. Freedom's March Salute gets on his live stream. Yo, man, you know, sometimes brothers fight, man. That nigga don't know you. He don't like you. What do you mean? Dude, it's strange. And I'm supposed to talk to niggas like this? What?
What?
That's bad. Eastside Cruz, y'all cool with that? Y'all just said 140 was too big, and we told y'all, yo, listen, Tank didn't really say that. That's y'all. Tank ain't say that. Man, Coach Cal, yo, what about Devin Haney? At what weight, though? He said that to Marco. At what weight? I was like, wait a minute. What do you mean at what weight? Dev is at 135. At that time, he's at 135. No one chose the weight on Tank. He went to 140. They didn't say he's still too big. Goes to 47. Now they're saying he's still too big. What? Yo, what is wrong with y'all? But Tank a giant killer, right? So forget about Devin. He's never fighting Devin because Devin will fuck him up. What about everybody else? What about Lamont Roach? If this little nigga does not fight Lamont Roach, I don't know how y'all respect him. Every joining that super chat, much love, man. He said Tank wants the monster to go up in weight. Wow, thank you, Miguel. You got ducking his competition in his division because he's afraid to get knocked out by that goddamn ninja sword. Of course he is, man.
Give power to my nigga sword!
Y'all like this guy? Tank, y'all like this guy? Talk to me about Hank Armstrong. Go ahead and tell me, oh, it was a different time. Bullshit. It was harder. For all I know, and I didn't look up the record, for all I know, Hank probably defended the featherweight on a Tuesday, and 3 weeks later went up to lightweight and defended that belt within a 3-week period. You know what? That's something I'm going to look up. I didn't look it up. But he probably defended those belts a week apart or a month apart because they used to do shit like that. And don't talk to me about the competition being different. Because your favorite fighter, if you look early in their career, look at look at their competition and their records. And then come talk to me. You dudes are different, man. I've never seen boxing fanatics like this. You've gotten dumber. Henry Armstrong has set the standard. The only boxer, can you name the only boxer that's come close to doing what Hank Armstrong has done? Name him. Can you name? I bet all y'all gonna get this wrong. If y'all get this right, if somebody gets this right, and Stormy already knows the answer, but everybody else, if somebody gets this right, name the boxer that's come close to doing what Hammer and Hank has done. There's only one fighter. If you get this right, I will send you a $5 cash app. Just put the name in there. Name the fighter. No, it's not Bud. It's not Bud. Salute, corner girl. It's not Robinson. It's not Robinson. It's not Robinson. It's not Bud. It's not Robinson. It's not Manny. It's not Roy. Held multiple titles in multiple divisions and defended them. Not letting them go. Defended them. It's not Floyd. It's not Dev. I told you that y'all wasn't going to get this. It's not Sugar Ray. Nope. It's Clarissa Shields.
Whoa! What the
Who beat her in the ring? It's not Charlie Burley. Who beat her in the ring? How many weight classes she fought in? She's gone up and down in weight, right? And defended those belts, right? While not relinquishing the others, right? It's Clarissa. It's the GOAT. There it is. No man has ever done that. Oh, y'all just throwing shit at the wall now. He said Jersey Joe. Nope. Hammer and Hank and Clarissa Shields. They've gone up and down in weight and held multiple titles. Without, go up this way and then go back down and defend it. And then go back up and defend it. Yep. Just a little trivia. Now, if I'm wrong on that, I have to counsel with Scrapbook. If I'm wrong on that. But as far as I know, it's Clarissa Shields and Hank Armstrong. There it is. Now let's talk about weight. Who honestly think Tank is too small to fight as high as 147? I'm not giving him 54. Let's give him 47. Who thinks 47 is too big? Although he was going to go up and fight Jake Paul, right? At 200 pounds or whatever. All right, living contradiction, because that was a clown fight that his fan base was cool with. You're cool with fighting a heavyweight goddamn clown fight, right? You're cool with that. Let him get his money. And after he said I'm retiring at the end of 2025, I said, man, he said he's retiring at the end of 2025. So how's he fighting Devin? Oh, you leave it to his fans and, oh, he gonna spin the block. He gonna get that 40 million from Jake Paul, and then he gonna come back and fight Shakur and Devin. And I'm like, yo, he said he's retiring at the end of 2025. Does that make him a liar? Does that make him a liar? So he lied. What are we doing? Ain't Pitbull shorter than him? He had no problem going to 140. I'm mad at you. He said Shyamalan twist. Yep. What the twist? $1 trillion dream. Salute, brother. Jermaine, what up? Wow. So welterweight's too big? 54 is too big? Tank knocks out light heavyweights in sparring. I've heard all of these stories, man. You know why I got all these faces up here? Hammer and Hank is the standard. But let me show you something. This is something I did not know. And some dude brought it to my attention. Go all the way down here. And now, unless I'm bugging, May of 1989, Roy Jones Jr. made his debut in Pensacola. Now, unless I'm bugging, it was against a man named Ricky Randall. And he was a super welterweight. What's super welterweight, y'all? Juice, what up, Juice? Super welterweight. Kevs, what up? It's 54, right? Super welterweight is 54. That's what Roy Jones debuted as. 54, 60, 68, 75, heavyweight. That's 5 divisions he went through, right? So that's 5 weight classes Roy went through. And he was dominant in his prime. He was dominant in all of them. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao. What do we talk about with Manny Pacquiao? 8 divisions. It was really 6, but I don't want to get into that. 8 divisions. Okay. Let's go with the 8. What's your problem? I say he was juicing, but he was never caught. So let's just deal with that. Yeah, you're right, Jose. I just said that. I say he was juicing, but he was never caught officially. So fine, he did it though. On paper, he did it, right? How many weight divisions did Shane Mosley compete in? He started his career at 35, right? He went as high as 60. It didn't pan out for him too good at 60, you know, Winky, right? But he did it 2 times, right? Watch this. He lost to Winky and fought him again. Because that's what champions do. Do I have to talk about Roberto Duran? Do we even have to go there? Do we have to go there with Roberto? Shout out to Panama. Do we have to go there with Roberto Duran? Do we have to do that? Do we have to? Well, there goes that. Tommy the Hitman Hearns. Do we have to go there? Just look it up. Where he started, where he ended. We have to go there? Sugar Ray Leonard. We got to go there? What was the weight? Do y'all know the weight when he fought Donnie Lalonde? Look up the weights. Look at where he started. Look at where he ended. Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford. That's fresh. I don't even have to explain that. Snoop, what up? Devin the Dream Haney. No matter how much trash y'all talk, oh, well, he's too big. He hung around and drained himself. But he's too big, fine. He moved up like 2 times already. And y'all still complaining. All I see is the work. And then there's Tank. Hell, man, you getting outworked by a woman. Because the GWOAT is winning titles, defending them up and down in weight. Nobody wanted to fight her. She had to jump into a cage, have an MMA fight. How many times she did that? Like 2 times? She's more of a dog than you are. You want to call her a bitch. You just a bitch-ass nigga. Tank. Michael Fleming, salute. You'd rather argue with her online instead of focusing on your greatness. This asshole is in a place in his life where now the magnifying glass is going to be on him. And I'm going to tell you something else. If he fights Eastside Cruz, dude, you better win. You better win. You better win. Because if you even look bad in that fight, God help you. Because you already know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to tell the truth. I'm just going to say what I see. If you go in there and knock out Eastside Cruz, I'm just going to say what I seen. And I'm going to say what everyone else is going to say. Great. Could you go fight Lamont Roach? Can you do that? But at this point, I don't expect him to do anything. I don't expect him to do anything. Gerard Harlem in the building. Anything for the sport. I don't expect him to do anything for the sport. Anything. Because he's selfish. And he has trust issues. And justifiably so. Jay Nelson, what up? Justifiably so. What do I say about the business of boxing? This is scumbag business, and he knows it. He knows there's drugs in the business. He knows there's gangsters in the business. He knows there's a bunch of booty chasers in the business, and he works with them daily. He probably already been compromised. There's liars and cheaters in the business. He knows that. And that's why he don't want to deal with it. People have made more money off of him than he's made to take home in his pocket. Now, I don't know that for sure by way of the numbers, but I'm going to assume that because this is why he's so goddamn salty. He's really sick of this shit, which is why he's perfect for the taking. His mind's not in it. I don't know, Juice. I mean, because Tank is a pussy like the rest of his fanatics are. His fanatics are ridiculous. His fanatics are ridiculous. Tank has supporters, but they're realistic. But then he has more fanatics that are just they're ridiculous. They are ridiculous. So weight to me is not the issue. His heart is. Eric Jordan in that super chat, he says, Winky Wright is my favorite fighter. Didn't duck no one. Nah, he didn't. He was annoyed in that Paul Williams fight, man. Paul did not stop throwing punches, man. Crazy stuff. I got to get off here at 11 o'clock, but you know what I'm going to do? I'll drop the link. If I'm wrong, if you feel I'm wrong, explain yourself. You can explain yourself. Tell me where I'm wrong. If you're unfamiliar, turn on your camera and leave it on. You turn on your camera and you leave it on. Turn on your camera and leave it on because Miguel already went backstage and started, putting objects in his holes. And, that was noted and reported. And then there was some Latin dude waving his penis around. I mean, this is what they do over Tank. This is what they do. Over Tank and Ryan, they start waving their genitalia. Yeah. They're spooning watching me right now. Right now. Yeah, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. I have it recorded. I sent it to the appropriate people. So, in the meantime, there's no excuse for this dude. Weight is not the issue. I don't ever want to hear people being too big for Tanky Wanky again. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. His fan base are weird. The YouTubers that justify him. What the hell is that? Oh, okay. I see you. Abel, what up, bro?
I am Mr. Shelton, and I have all the EBD cars in the world.
Hey, this dude,
Offered
bro.
in for sale for about $10 a pop. Come on, what's up, brother?
What's good, bro? Good.
I'm just joking. Nah, I just love making fun of Sheldon every time when he come around here making these short vids about me sometime. Oh, I'm gonna get him back. I'm gonna get my ways of getting him back. 2026 is a revenge tour on his ass. But let me contribute to the conversation here. I remember back in the mid 2000s when they were trying to anoint Manny Pacquiao as like the next Henry Armstrong, because the fact is that he basically went up in multiple weight classes. But the truth of the matter is that he was strategically maneuvered, if you really think about it. And the fact is, when you watch back at Manny Pacquiao's career, there was a particular style that Manny didn't always want to fight. You know, like say the Marquezes of the world, and then later on the Floyd Mayweathers of the world. There was a particular style that always gave Pacquiao problems. He was strategically maneuvered all over the place, if you really think about it.
Yeah. He was. Manny was not to say he wasn't talented, but Manny, a lot of it was marketing. And I remember when they tried to anoint him as the next Henry Armstrong, I remember going to work and people saying, well, who's that? I'm like, oh, man, if you guys don't shut up and get out my face, you just run around and agree with everything. I had assholes talking. Look, this was the bullshit. Whoever, man, they were saying things like, whoever Henry Armstrong is, man, he better than him. I'm like, how you saying that? You don't even know who he is. It don't matter. That was a knuckle dragger Pacquiao fan logic. And the media knew that was wrong to say. So I asked him, how many weight classes did Manny Pacquiao win a title in? And they assholes said 8, which was not true. But I said, how many times have he held the title in one weight class, go up to another one, win a title, and then go back and defend the other one that he won in the previous division? And I'd get a blank stare. Then I'd tell them, it's okay to use your smart device, Google it. And when the answer came back that he never did it, I said, see that right there? That's why he could never be Hank Armstrong. He could never do that. It's every bit as silly when they talk about the 4 kings. They include Marvin Hagler, and they say, oh, Floyd would never be a 4 king. Hearns will beat him, and Sugar Ray will beat him, and Hagler will beat him. I said, well, you know, those would be great fights. But why are we talking about Marvin Hagler? Oh, because he would duck Hagler, and he would do this and run around the ring, and Hagler would just corner him. I said, yeah, you're right, he might do that, but he'd never fight him. Yeah, because Floyd is a coward. I said, no, Floyd was never a middleweight, you idiot.
Well, that's
when
the
Floyd
logic.
fought at 160? That's what I would ask him. When is Floyd fought at 160? And I get a blank stare, and I'm like, no, Google it. When has Floyd ever fought at 160? When? And this when he was still active.
Don't forget this, though. If you remember, they tried to push Floyd to go up to 160 to fight against the Triple G when he was basically undefeated.
Sergio Martinez. They wanted him in the ring with Sergio Martinez.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They wanted him doing all this crazy shit. And I'm saying, yo, look, the man is at welterweight. Rick, what up, Rick?
And super and then also,
salute.
Yep, and also at light middleweight. Yep. Yeah, so basically, here's the thing, though, Drew, and this is the one thing that you have to be aware of when it comes to dramatic fans, is that if they don't watch the sport or understand the science of moving up in weight, they will assume that you can move up to 135 and 147 within a fight or two. But it doesn't work like that, because remember when Manny Pacquiao fought against Miguel Cotto, there was like a rehydration clause in preparation for the fight.
I know it very well. I know it very well.
Yeah, by at least what? Wasn't it like 5 or 3 pounds? I forgot what the weight was.
It was for the WBO welterweight championship. Miguel Cotto was the champion. He being that Manny was the A side, Now listen to this. Miguel was the champion, but Manny was the
Yep.
A side. So Miguel was made to come in at 145 pounds on fight night for his welterweight championship, and he lost.
Yep.
Now y'all want to talk to me about business, and let me put this, and this is why I got love for Miguel Cotto. Those are 2 losses on Top Rank's watch that they were supposed to protect him in. The first one was Antonio Margarito with him with those bricks in his damn hands. The second one was Manny Pacquiao. Well, I don't know which one came first. I forget it. But those are 2 losses where he could have died on Top Rank's watch.
The first
I
one
want y'all
was
to think
Antonio
about
Margarito.
Right.
The
I want
first,
y'all to think
the
about
first
that.
one was.
Margarito was the first one? That was before that, right?
That Margarito was the first one because remember, after Miguel beat Zab Judah, and then he had another fight after that. Then he went up against Antonio Margarito, and then a few fights later, then he went up to fight against Manny Pacquiao, which to me, looking back, was ridiculous because Manny Pacquiao and his team knew what they were doing. They knew by putting a rehydration clause, you cannot go up more than 2 pounds. That would zap away a lot of Miguel Cotto's energy, strength, and speed. And people don't understand that, especially for me back then, because I didn't have an understanding about how weight works in boxing until I hung out with Marlon Icy Sims. He talked to me about the fact that by moving up in weight, it does something to your body. It basically drains out your energy, your speed, your stamina, and your power. In that fight alone, you look back at the fact that Miguel Cotto was basically zapped out before even the fight even began. Why do you think Manny Pacquiao was able to tattoo him at any time he wanted to?
Yep. Hey, Dion, I see you backstage. Turn your camera on real quick for me, brother. Just want to make sure it's you. We got a lot of weirdos out here. Just turn it on right quick for me, brother. I got you.
1 o'clock with it too, Drew. But I just want to jump in right quick and say this.
Yes, sir.
Sugar Ray Leonard also did the same thing. He had light heavyweight champion Donnie DeLong come down from 175 and created 168, the weight class we have today.
Yes.
As a catchweight bout for the WBC. Ironically, they changed that bout. They threw a belt in there. And what was it? The WBA title he held at light heavyweight was also on the line?
I forget.
It was for like 3 or 4 belts or something like that. It was an odd amount of belts up for grabs.
Right. The question was, though, did he go up and down in weight while defending and while maintaining the belt and going up and down in weight and defending multiple belts?
Oh, no. I believe Sweet Pea did, and I think Tommy Hearns may have.
Sweet Pea at what weight?
From, I think, 140 to welterweight, I believe. Briefly.
So he held that title?
I think he held a junior welterweight title and then grabbed the welterweight title. I think the IBF it was.
And he
I'm going to go back and look.
Yeah, I got to look that up. I could be wrong. I got to look that up. I don't recall. I got to look that up.
I sure got to go do my research on it, but yeah, I believe so.
So he held the title at 140.
Yeah, he had a junior welterweight title. I think it was the WBA version. And he had the IBF. I know for a fact it was IBF at welterweight. But the junior welterweight version.
He had 2 titles simultaneously at 140, 147. He defended both?
Yes.
Okay. I got to look that up. I know Hank had 3.
Yeah. That's Teddy Atlas' favorite fighter of all time, which he put me on to him. I didn't know nothing about him.
It is. So I know Hank had 3. You may be right. If Sweet Pea had 2 and defended him, that's what's up.
That's what's up, yeah.
That's what's up.
That's some legendary-ish.
Yeah, it is. I don't recall that. I'm gonna look that up though. That's an interesting stat. But I know Hank had 3, so he set the standard.
Yeah, he definitely man.
Yeah,
Bud just raised the bar even higher.
Yeah, he did, and that's my whole point this morning. I'm like, look, man, I don't know what's the excuse for Tank just not finding his contemporaries, especially the guy that fought him to a draw. What's up with that?
No excuse. There's no excuse. Lamont Roach and Isaac Cruz took all his excuses away.
Right.
As soon as they fought each other at 140. Really, when Cruz moved up to 140 and won a belt, he took and removed any and all excuses he had of campaigning there. Because he's just a little guy. He's 5'5" and 5'4" on a good day.
Right. I was about to ask. You know, Isak is smaller than Tank, right? He's shorter than him, right?
Yeah, I believe he's 5'3" or 5'4". Tank is, like Tank said, he's 5'5", maybe 5 foot. I don't know.
And this dude is at 140 with all the smoke. So
free smoke. He's with it.
Yeah. So what is he doing here?
I don't know. 140 guy. Wasting time in a way.
I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Now the rumor is, I know Blue put out the video a few days ago. I ain't even watched that shit yet, but there's allegedly a 3-fight plan for Tank.
Yeah.
What was that plan? Who's on that plan?
I don't know. I seen Blue put out a video, and I think BF also put out a video on that. The 3-fight deal or plan was, the names I've heard was Ryo is one of the names.
What?
Ryo is one of, yes, Ryo. What's the guy at 135? Not De Los Santos. So it's 2 35-pounders that's not even ranked top 10 in no belt organization.
So there's no belt in it's El Rayo and some guy at 35 with no belt. Hold on. Let me pull up the rankings. Maybe if I say off some names, you know, you could let me see. We're talking about 35, right? Okay. He ain't say Abdullah Mason, did he? Did he say Andy Cruz? Please tell me he said Andy Cruz. Oh, he fell off. Damn. 88 Sports Talking, that super chat salute. He says 3-fight deal gonna be 3 dudes we didn't ask for. Exactly. Now I just saw. I didn't watch the video. Do y'all know the video I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay. Obviously, Iglesias, he's down there in Miami right now. Oh, shit. Okay. Hey, Hardy, Houston in the building. Salute. Dion, that's all good. It's all good. I'm looking at 35 right now. Andy Cruz, Floyd Schofield, Ricardo Nunes, Joe Cordina. Those are all number 1 from the IBF to the WBA to WBC to WBO. Armando Rabi, Jadia Herrera, William Zepeda. Who? I mean, I didn't know. Andy Cruz, Ren Matala has the IBF belt. I mean, let's refer to the picture. On the lower right hand side, you see Matala and Abdullah Mason. He don't want that. You see Keyshawn right there. He don't want that. You know, George Kambosos is counting his bread. He's good. I think he's retired. You see Lamont Roach right there. He don't want to do that. Everybody in the middle row, he don't want to do that. Everybody on the top row, Mikey Garcia is retired, but he could have did that, didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do none of that. He don't want to do it now. So I don't know who was on that list. Yeah, Abdullah Mason will
I was just about to say, hey, Drew, one of them said that it was going to be either Andy Cruz or Abdullah Mason on the list. But if he fights against Abdullah Mason, that's going to be a tough fight for Tank.
Man, Tank going to sleep. Shabazz, salute. He said it was Cruz, maybe Roach, and one unknown. Andy Cruz will whoop his ass, bro. Andy Cruz will whoop his ass, Cuban style. He will whoop his ass. Lamont Roach will whoop his ass. And by the way, yeah, I'm going to go here because I just feel like being a jerk. Funny how when we know there was VADA testing leading up to the Roach fight, all of a sudden, a guy that was pulled up from 130 pounds could stand in front of Tank and be very comfortable and beat him in the pocket. Yeah, all right, I went there. Andy Isaiah, He said Andy at side? Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Was he ranked? Oh, I'm sorry. Ranks don't mean shit anymore. Wait a minute. What? Hold on a minute. Wait a minute, bro. You know what, man? Yeah, at this point, let me be very clear. Tank is fool's gold. Y'all know what fool's gold is? Well, just look that up, man. I'm trying to teach y'all everything. But that's what Tank is. He's fool's gold. He's fool's gold. Okay? Tank is fool's gold. And at this point, all of these things y'all doing for him, y'all rooting for him and supporting him, it means nothing. It's empty. Which is why I look at y'all strange. Y'all grown-ass men. You want the draws. When I had that bootlicking, nappy-headed Negro chick on my Bear Cave channel, I mean, she checked all the boxes, didn't she? First she says, oh, you talking about Tank again, which means you watch me. Then she said, oh my God, you only have 4 people in here. I said, well, you're on like my 3rd channel. Come to where there's 100 people in here. Oh, I'm on boxing, what is it? The boxing, what is it? The Boxing Voice. There'd be 400 people in there. Well, great. Ness knows who the fuck I am. So you want to be with the in crowd. See, she checked all the boxes, you know, young, immature. And then she tried to shame me. Then she tried to insult me. Oh, it's feminine talking about Tank. No, bitch. You see, I understand you think Tank is cute and he's part of the in crowd, but I'm telling the truth about him. You calling me feminine because I'm exposing this little nigga for what he is. Forget about, you could shame me, you could try and shame me all day. It's not gonna work. You can't. I make too much money. You know, I have a whole career. Got wives, I'm good. But focus on this though. Now, if I had dropped that link for that nappy-headed nigga bitch to pull up here, what do you think she'd have brought to the table as far as a boxing conversation is concerned? All she should say is what? Oh, you're talking about him? Exactly, Kev's a sign language. Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. And I'm supposed to talk to you? I'm supposed to talk to you? Look, I understand you like Tank because he look like every YN that runs through you on your neighborhood. I know that. You used to niggas that look like this. But no daughter of mine could bring a nigga through this door looking like that. I'm like, wait a minute, whoa. Who is this? He got tats on his face. Get out of my house, bro. And don't come back. Get out of my house. And do not come back. You can't bring no niggas around looking like this. Fuck out of here.
Hey, Drew, you know what you just reminded me of? You remember the clip from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when Ashley tried to brought in that same familiar dude and then Phil shouted like, get out of my house.
Yeah. Get out. Get out.
Yeah, that's what would be you in a nutshell.
Yep. D, what up, D? Now you see, I get when the women's infatuated with a guy's looks. I get it. But I'm not arguing with a woman over Tank Davis, especially when you're telling me the first thing she did was fire personal shots at me. Look, I could take that. I don't care. People fire shots at me every day. I don't care. Let's stick to the topic, though. Prove me wrong. Every time I talk about Mellow Yellow, nobody could come up here and say that I'm lying on him. Nobody. I'm telling you the truth. I got a bunch of fighters here in this meme that he can't hold a candlestick to. And one of them is A, his contemporary, and B, he didn't fight him because of his own decisions. I mean, everything you say, repeat, everything you say about this kid has come back to hit y'all in the mouth. Every time he does something, y'all got to get on here and try and clean it up. I'm not cleaning up shit for no boxer. If they mess up, they mess up. If they mess up, they mess up. And I'm like, yo, man, come on, man. Nah. Jarrell Miller blew, what, like an $8 million payday? He was just about to fight Anthony Joshua. And I'm going to tell you something else. Anthony was scared of him. And he was about to fight him in New York. He had him. But the dude had a whole pharmacy in his system, and he got caught. Then he starts saying, hey, man, I have it on good authority that he takes testosterone injections. Man, that ain't got nothing to do with what you got caught, bro. I don't want to talk about look, AJ didn't get caught, man. You got caught. I don't want to talk about that. Why'd you do that? He blew it. And what did I do? I held Big Baby accountable. I said, man, come on, bro. Why'd you do that? Look at what Andy ended up doing, man. That was your night. That was supposed to be you. And he blew it. And I said it to his face. And he said, yo, I know. I'm going to get right, though. I'm going to get right. I said, I hope so. I got you, Sebas. I got you, brother. Sebas, salute, brother.
What's going on, Drew?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, I was typing horribly, so I just tuned in. I watched Blue's video, and he was like, yeah, Eastlock Cruz, maybe he'll fight, Lamont again, but that was like a big maybe. And the other guy was to be announced or unknown. Blue was like, yeah, they wouldn't give a name at that time. So his main fight is going to be Eastlock Cruz again. That's who he's going to fight.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Man. This is the guy, man. This is the guy.
Listen, with the exception of the usual Tank fools that couple of these, well, Max 7's not invited here no more. He's not welcome no more. Enough is enough. But can any Tank fan respectfully join the panel and explain why you're excited about this dude fighting Eastlock Cruz again? Can anybody do that?
I mean, personally, I don't see how anybody can still be a fan of this dude. It doesn't make sense to me. When you see this kind of character from a person, as a man, that should turn you off.
Man, maybe it's is it us? Is it us? Are we wrong? Is it us? Maybe there's something we're not getting. What am I missing here?
Too many of these dudes are raised by women. That's what it comes down to.
It's that when I'm hearing grown men saying that they identify with Tank, I'm like, What do you identify with? What exactly? What exactly? Am I being unreasonable?
That's a good question, man.
Jokes aside, am I being unreasonable by asking this kid to just fight his contemporaries? Have I been unreasonable for the last 5 years?
Of course not. Of course not. That's what fighters are supposed to do. That's why we watch the sport.
Right.
I mean,
but say, Drew, think about this for a moment. That would be like asking LeBron James to step down and face against a weak competition. People would rip him to shreds for it. But when it comes to Tank Davis, they look the other way because they identify with his characteristic and where he comes from. And that's lies the issue. I look at Tank Davis as like another figurehead from The Wire, especially from the same character.
I don't know. For me, I question, do they really identify? Really? Because we're not talking about dudes that actually been in the street. These are dudes who play on the internet like they from the street. They're not really from the street. Because if they from the street, they ain't on YouTube.
If your daddy left you as a child and it hurt your feelings, for you to go all the way to the left and identify with this kid and embrace his look and his quote unquote story as your own, that doesn't mean you identify with him. That means you didn't get therapy all of those goddamn years because your mama made a bad decision.
Yeah.
But to go all the way to the left and identify, this kid has become your hero. When I'm dealing with a grown man on my panel who admitted that he has a whole poster of this dude in his home,
Wow.
bro.
Wow.
Not a poster. I wanted to ask him, bro, do you have a picture of Malcolm X, Dr. King, Marcus Garvey, Muhammad Ali?
Drew,
you got Tank fucking Davis in your
Tank. I had Ali, I had Bob Marley, I had Malcolm, but that was it. I got Word Up magazine like everybody else did at that time, and none of them dudes was on my wall. And I'm a hip hop, I'm a kid from that era, so I love hip hop. So, but I'm not putting them dudes on my wall because they just made music. I'm putting guys that accomplished something on my wall. Some guys I want to aspire to be like.
Thank you.
Not just guys that made cool music.
Right. I got 3 framed posters with Ali. I'm looking right at them. I got Foreman. I got a Thriller in Manila with Frazier, and I got a hologram picture where you turn one way and Ali's smiling, and the other one is the famous one with Liston on the floor. But Ali stands for more than just boxing.
Right, exactly.
I don't mind hanging that up. You know what I'm saying? I got Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? I got Marcus Garvey. Well, I had Marcus Garvey. The damn frame broke. But these things mean something. Tank don't mean shit.
Nah.
It don't mean shit. I'd rather put a poster of G.I. Joe up my fucking wall. You know what I'm saying? Rather than any boxer. Any boxer. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Out of here, man. This is ridiculous. If you got a poster of Kobe, I rock with that because he's gone now.
He's gone now, right?
Gone now.
That's respectable.
He's a legend. So I get that. I get that. Tank hasn't done shit. He's an active fighter and he's underachieving. For you to have a grown man have a poster of this man anywhere in your house, I don't care if it's your game room. That shit creepy.
Yeah. I mean, you said it before. You was like, maybe we overestimated him. Because there's a reason he's not fighting these guys. Maybe we overestimated his ability. He looks good against who he looks good against. When he steps up in comp, he's not going to look the same. So we have to just put him at that point where it's like, okay, Tank is that C+ guy. He's Arturo Gotti, but a step up. That's where he is, and that's where he is in boxing. He's no better than that.
Listen, and I agree with that. Listen, once upon a time, I was out here. I was on Facebook, and I was really, I was a Canelo supporter. I said, look, skill-wise, anybody around, 160, they ain't really seeing him. I said, this guy's too skilled. The landscape, he beats everybody.
Yeah.
Then guys like Boo Boo Andre started to come forth, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. The Lara fight happened.
Yeah.
I said, oh shit. I said, yo, man, that was close, but damn, man, that could have went either way. I fucks with Lara. I said, I'd like to see that fight again. Oscar said, nope. I didn't want that fight in the first damn place. So I looked at that and I said, oh man, okay, he got away with one. And then,
for me, it's disappointing to see where Oscar has gone to, because I watched his career and he was a guy that would fight anybody. He may not win every fight. A lot of his step up fights he lost, but at least he got in the ring. But you start a promoting company and you don't allow your fighters to do what you did? Come on, man.
That's crazy work.
Come on.
And then the Gennady Golovkin shit happened. It was time for him to fight.
Yeah.
He dumped the belt. And I'll never forget, that morning I got on Facebook, I was in like several boxing groups, and they gave it to me, bro.
Yeah.
And I had to accept it. They asked me, yo, why did your man drop the belt instead of fighting Triple G? And I said, maybe I have more faith in his skill set than he has in himself. That was my response. I didn't try and make shit up. Oh, well, it's business. I ain't do none of that. I said, bro, he's supposed to fight him, man. I don't know. I had to let him have it. I'm not, because I look dumber trying to justify and make sense of what he just did. He dropped the belt rather than fight Triple G the first time. And then when he finally fights him, he fights him to a damn draw. And then after that, he pops dirty after he fights him the second time. So how much am I supposed to take?
I mean,
let him go.
there were rumors about him, you know, being a drug user way back in the day. So before he even fought Floyd, so there was always rumors there. So now the computer all just proved it.
When I let him go, and I said I can't support that anymore.
Yeah.
Jamal Charlo came through the ranks, and when he was right there next up, franchise status. I said, oh my God, I can't fuck with this guy, man. I can't fuck with this guy. Franchise status, and then the behavior, it just got worse. He goes up and beats up Kovalev, right? Then he comes back down. He wins undisputed at 68. I gave him that.
Yeah.
Then he goes up to fight Bivol, loses, then comes back down after saying, I'm not giving us a third Golovkin fight. After he lost to Bivol, we get a third Golovkin fight. I said, yo, man, fight Benavidez. Benavidez is too big, but you just came from light heavyweight. You're 1-1 at light heavyweight. What are you talking about? Benavidez is too big. Then he tries to fight Badu Jack at cruiserweight, but he wants Badu Jack to come down 18 pounds to fight him for his cruiserweight belt. I'm like, man, I don't fuck with Canelo, man. And see how I explained it? I went from supporting the dude to telling you this is what made me not support him. Now, have I lied on Canelo? I haven't lied on him, but I swear to God, there'll be some rabid fan to come in here. Viva Mexico, you just hate all Mexicans. No, I hate him. I hate him. That's fucked up.
They tend to be in the same mindset as us as far as that goes. If you hate one of them, you hate all of them. Our problem is we got to learn to disconnect ourselves from one person.
Right.
You know, if somebody is screwing up, that's just them screwing up. They got nothing to do with me.
Right.
And I'm gonna call it out when you're screwing up.
That's right.
You don't represent me. I represent me.
And that's what I'm saying, brother. Tank is not a direct representation of Black American boxing. He's not.
He's not. And I it's weird because the last time we saw this kind of support for lack of a better word, fuck up, was Mike Tyson.
There you go.
You know, and I enjoy watching Mike fight like everybody else did. You know, but he was a fuck up. But at least Mike fought people. Tank's not willing to fight anybody. I'm trying to understand why he has the support he has, besides the fact that he's being pushed and pushed and pushed. And then we got a generation of people who have no form of discernment. None whatsoever.
I did a show a couple of years ago. And people hated it, but it was real. Because I've been doing this since the 80s. Everybody was wild about Mike Tyson. When I looked at Tank, I said, yo, we've seen Tank before. I've been down this road, and I've been proven right. And people say, what are you talking about? I said, his name was Mike Tyson. A lot of cats was young. And Mike is this loved guy because of the cartoon style knockouts. You know what I told people? I tell people, name his key fights.
Right.
After I get a blank stare, I tell them it's an open book exam. Go to Google, go to some place called BoxRec, and start from the very bottom and work your way up and point out his breakout fight that made him popular. Do you know every last motherfucker on there skipped right past Trevor Berbick? Everybody did it. And they went straight to Spinks. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all don't know who Trevor Berbick is? They were like, no. I said, it was one of the most cartoonish knockouts that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
I said, he's the guy that he hit with a hook and he fell and the dude couldn't get up. That was his first world title. How do you not know who that is on this box rec? You're looking at the name. And you see right there, you know you're dealing with a casual. Also, I'm like, yo, in the first 2 years of his career, Mike fought like 25 times. something like that. It was over 20 times in like a year or two. He fought mad times. So all of this shit, man, he was built. And a lot of people don't like what I have to say about Mike Tyson, but here's the deal. Just because you're celebrated don't mean you're great. We've seen Tank before.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson is great because he's celebrated. But the reality is, a lot of times now he beat some people. He beat some people. But when he got in the rings with people that fought him back, he didn't look too good, if not lose.
A lot of times. Yeah, he folded. In most cases, he folded.
Go ahead, Abel.
Hey, remember at the time when, and I'm sure you remember this since you grew up in the 80s. You remember when Evander Holyfield was coming up, and many people doubted Evander Holyfield at the time. Think of it this way: when you look at Devin Haney in a nutshell, in comparison to Tank Davis, Devin Haney's in the same familiar stratosphere as Evander Holyfield, because Evander Holyfield was completely the opposite of Mike Tyson. He wasn't outlandish. He wasn't, the savage character. He was basically a figurehead of a Christian type personality. Grew up in Southern Georgia. Being a respectful man. That kind of figurehead. And at the time, people thought that this blown up cruiserweight was not going to go up to heavyweight and dominate. And he proved everybody wrong. And he never feared Tyson whatsoever. You're looking at the same thing right now in terms of this particular generation, because Devin Haney has accomplished a lot more than what Tank has ever done. Yet at the same time, we've been waiting to see the fight, but Tank has never given it because he understands what's going to happen. He doesn't want to deal with the backlash of it.
Well, I mean, as history tells us, greatness is never, ever supported at the time it's happening. We look back at it and see it.
Correct.
And then we relish in it. And a lot of people don't understand during that time, they weren't considered great. They were hated.
No, that's 100% facts. That's facts. And when you look back, when I say things like all I see is the work, Devin's already great. And he's not even done yet. He's not even done yet. And when he's one of those fighters, when he hangs it up, you're gonna look back and say, oh shit, this guy was great. And then there's certain guys that you look back and say, well shit, he wasn't, as advertised. For example, Arturo Gatti, was he great?
Nah, not at all.
Was he great? He wasn't great. He was celebrated. But just because you celebrated don't mean you're great. You don't mean you're great at all, man. I mean, this is wild work, man.
If you're not into the intricacies of boxing, Arturo Gatti was fun to watch.
That's it. And rest in peace to him, because I really think he was murdered.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
Right, but that don't mean he was great. Kev just pulled up. Salute, brother.
What's up, man? How's everybody doing this morning?
Great, brother.
Doing well.
Just wanted to chime in and show my face, make sure I was a real person.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Quick question, Drew. Quick question.
Yep.
What do you think they'll ever consider going back to doing the weigh-ins the same day as the fight, and that'll put a halt to all the weight bullying, or you think it's too far gone?
Same day weigh-ins. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I've always had a issue with the term weight bullying. Because I don't think it exists. If you campaign at a weight, and when the day you weigh in, you make the weight. That's just it. Now,
the only time it's weight bullying is when you don't make weight and the fight still happens.
Correct. That's the only time it's weight bullying. Now, Ryan Garcia.
I was just about to say Ryan Garcia.
He was a weight bully.
He's a weight bully for sure.
Bill legitimately had to alter the contract the day of the fight, the day before the fight, just so they can make the fight happen.
Right.
And that's what he had to do. And nobody said anything. So, if you're fighting at 168 and the day you weigh in, the scale says 167.5, then that's what it is. You made weight. Now, what you rehydrate to, if you want to work that out in the contract, which is something that guys like Tank Davis does, then that's up to the competitors. But if you make weight, then you've made the weight. Tank Davis missed weight, Shakur missed weight, you know what I'm saying? But Tank wants to, his trainer said he wants to fight, he wants Tank to fight Inouye. He likes that fight. Has anyone called him a weight bully?
Of course he does.
Wasn't Tank?
He does. It's a little guy.
Right. Wasn't Tank 20 pounds heavier than, what's his name? That he knocked Leo Sanders snooze.
Yeah.
He knocked him unconscious, man. He knocked him unconscious. And I didn't realize it that night. But he was like 20 pounds heavier than him on fight night. Nobody said anything. So it's more or less about who's doing the bullying. I don't play into that. If you campaign it out of weight and you make the weight on fight night, the day before, then you made the weight.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's just my opinion.
Yo, what's going on? Yo, Drew Titan, bro. Yo, this is my first time on your platform, bro. I just wanted to say I appreciate you for letting me come up.
What's good, brother?
Nothing much, bro. Listen, but I wanted to cook right quick. I'm at work, man, but I'm listening at y'all chop it up, bro. And I'm hearing a lot of truth being told, right? And it's a lot of truth that I'm not hearing in other places. The weight. Let's tap at a weight bullying thing. You are absolutely right. There's no such thing as a weight bully if somebody weighed in and they made weight before the fight. If that person was able to make that weight, what people don't understand is even if that person may be naturally bigger, if that person was able to make the same weight, then they're coming in with deficiencies, meaning that their body isn't operating at 100%. So you may look at it as he's naturally bigger, but you're not looking at the fact that he's also coming in drained. He is drained to an extent. So to me, that evens the playing field. That's why the most important aspect is that person was actually able to make weight. That's the most important aspect that you should be looking at. Now, with that being said, I also realized that the weight bully title is only given to certain fighters, and it's reserved for fighters that certain people don't like. You never hear people use the term weight bully when it's their favorite fighter who is coming in as the bigger guy. I'm gonna give you some examples. I never heard that David Benavidez was a weight bully because he's a fan favorite. When I also realized that, especially early in his career, he was naturally bigger than everybody he was fighting. And you cannot tell me that he wasn't squeezing down early in his career to fight at the weight class that he was fighting in. Also, I don't believe somebody is a weight bully if they can actually make the weight that they're campaigning at over and over again, the way Devin Haney has been doing. Because that Devin Haney gets the weight bully moniker more than anybody else. When you had his trainer Bomac admit to the world that Terrence Crawford was squeezing down to 140, and he was always bigger than a 140 pounder, and they squeezed down to make that weight. Not only did they not call him a weight bully, they celebrated him for becoming undisputed there, right? On top of that, you have Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson, who are contemporaries to Devin Haney, who have both missed weight at 130 and at I think there's 135, and they have never been called a weight bully, yet they have both missed weight when Devin Haney has it. Like I told you guys, the weight bully moniker is reserved to certain fighters depending on whether you like them or not.
That's real shit, bro.
Excellent breakdown.
By the way, King, you wrenched in my chat. King?
Can I go a step further?
Say what?
King, you wrenched up in my chat, right?
Oh, me? Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think I'm wrenched up. Nah.
Make sure before you get out of here, make sure you type so I can wrench you up, brother.
Yeah, y'all do that right now, man. Like I said, I'm at work. I just wanted to come and chop it up, bro. I come on more, but I'm kind of busy right now. But I'm gonna keep listening though. I'm about to fall back into the check.
No doubt, brother. Appreciate
Drew,
you.
can I take it a step further?
Yeah, go ahead, BP. Go ahead.
Have you ever noticed, and I would drop something that's gonna make you so bad.
All right.
How come a weight bully is not a person who makes a person move up and weight to fight?
Uh-oh.
Ding, 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 ding.
Say it again.
How come a weight bully is not a person who makes a person move up and weight to fight him?
There you go.
Great question.
If you want
They
to go
called
there.
out Inouye, right? They called out Inouye.
Mm-hmm.
Team Tank called out Inouye. I don't hear nothing about no weight bully. But they will say, well, if Inouye takes the fight, he knows what he's getting into. You see that?
His name with Inouye, and look, all I'm gonna say is this. I'm not gonna say that he's dirty, but I am going to say alleged. And this is a court, and this wasn't blue blood playing Monday morning quarterback. This was real deal. Like give or take a month leading up to the fight where he fought Cool Boy Steph, he did not random drug testing.
Look, man, I'll say it. Anui's a cheater.
Well,
You heard it here first.
I didn't want to mess up your page, so but
He's a fucking cheater, and I know that for a fact.
Ooh.
I know
You
for a fact.
heard it here first.
When the Donaires went over there, they did all kinds of stupid shit, like lose his gloves and everything. Ask him. Ask Nonito. Ask Rachel. They lost his gloves. This motherfucker stacks his raps, but that's legal over there in Japan. Man, get out of here with that, man. Get that Anui shit out of here.
No, don't get me wrong. I was thinking what you were thinking. I just didn't want to mess. I didn't want to be the one to mess up your page.
Nah,
but
fuck that. I call him Annoying in the Way. That's his name to me. And I ain't rolling out the fucking red carpet for him because it's already rolled out. They have him as the best thing since sliced bread, and I don't give a fuck about nothing. Nonito's the biggest name he fought on there. He gave him the most problems. I don't care. He's an ass whooping waiting to happen.
Can I go a step further?
Don't care.
Can I go a step further?
Go ahead.
What's his name, man? I never thought I would say this, but I feel bad for AJ. Now, because I never thought I would say this because what he's going through now is a persecution. How you gonna sit up here and get taxed by two different countries on one fight? I don't think that's his problem. Is that he mopped the floor with Jake Paul?
You know, I get mad when I get taxed $10.
My man got taxed 44.
44 million.
Man,
what? My
you
God,
ain't here,
bro. That's the number. $44 million.
Oh,
Yo, bro. I mean, he still got more money that unless I hit this lotto, he still got more money than I see. But god damn, bro.
I'm playing tomorrow. I'm playing that lotto tomorrow.
Yeah, I still check. Whatever, man. I mean,
and we're not even talking about the fact that he has to pay his team as well.
Right.
Oh, and by the way, they just cheated. Thank you, Erigo. They just cheated Nonito again a couple of days ago. And that one fucking judge, he looked like a James Bond villain. I got a video coming up about him. Robbery, bro. Nonito fucking almost killed that dude in the 5th round, bro. I'm just pissed off, bro.
Man.
But I'm doing some research on this guy that had that card. You know, the guy, Nonito almost killed this dude in the 5th round. Mm-hmm. And that asshole from Poland scored that round for the Japanese dude. Dude was almost dead.
You already know what that was about.
Yeah, of course.
Nonito, and I'm just gonna man, I'm just gonna be as cryptic as I can because I'm on your page. I'm gonna try to honor you. Nonito is the one it just is what it is. Nonito is one of the very few non-black fighters who's not racist, who's on the macro level, championship level. It just is what it is. And he exposes it and he calls it straight down the middle. He calls this cheating. He calls out cheating on the black fighters, non-black fighters, and he calls it straight down the middle. And I don't like that about him. I think if Nonito was racist and he was backed up by fans who called Floyd Mayweather a gorilla after he beat a certain fighter in May of 2015, man, please, the red carpet be rolled out for him too. It just is what it is.
I think they've been treating him like that since he's been seen around us a lot more. That's what I think.
Bingo, basically.
I really believe that. I really believe that, and that's fucked off, man. And I hate that for him because he won that fight. I had 8 rounds to 4. He won that fight, man. And I'm watching it like bullshit. Get out of here, bro. Why would they? My God, man. But listen, I gotta pack it up. I gotta get my day started, man. I appreciate you, brothers, man. Thank you guys so much, man.
My first time on the panel. Appreciate you, brothers. Love y'all, man. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Same to you. Same to you. There are gonna be more panels, man. So salute to y'all, man. BPMB, you already know, brother.
Yes, sir.
My math, man. And y'all make sure y'all enjoy your holidays. More than likely, I won't. But I might go live Christmas Day before I run my errands and shit like that. But y'all stay blessed. The general's gone.
For the guy who could not make it in here, who is no longer in here, all I gotta say is
oh my God, man.
That gets me every day, man. Every time he put me, I almost spit my coffee out one day. I was like, man, Drew almost killed me. But all right, man. I'm gonna hop off and get back to work. I love y'all, man. Have a good one.
Much love, man. Salute to y'all, man. General's on. Let's head over there. Man, salute to everybody. Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, Super Chat. Y'all enjoy y'all holidays, man. And I might do pep talk tonight if I get back in time, man. Yeah, man. Yo, love y'all, man. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.